This is my England Stove Works. It is model number 25 PDVC. This also covers model number 55 SHP10 and 55 TRP10. And my blower motor in this went out right after Thanksgiving this year. I just bought a new one right after that, but it took a long time for it to ship. So I'm just getting it now. So we're going to get the blower motor out and replace that. I already took this back panel off right here. It's only held on with these screws. The next thing that you have to do is you need to take the circuit board panel off. It's just these two screws. Let me grab my phone because it's really dark back here. You want to take that circuit board off because your blower motor sits right back there. You're not going to be able to pull it out with the circuit board on. So you just take those two screws out, remove the circuit board, and then I believe there's like 4 screws holding the blower motor on. And then you see those 2 connections right there, those red ones. That's pretty much all the electronics that go to that. You just unplug those and plug it back in with the new blower motor. And mine should be arriving. It's arriving today through FedEx, so we're going to get the rest of this disassembled and then we'll reinstall everything from there. Got a little more light in here, and there's 4 bolts that hold this blower motor on. There's 2 there, and there's 2 on the other side. You can't see it, it's too dark, but there's only 4 bolts that hold that on. The wires here, these don't disconnect. They actually run right to the circuit board. So pretty much you're gonna have to undo the wire ties here, and when the blower motor comes off, unplug it from where it connects here on the circuit board, and it will come off as one whole piece with the wires with it. So here's a blower motor completely out. You can see the 4 bolt holes a lot better now with it out of the pellet stove. So it's just those 4 that hold it on. You need an extension to reach way back there. And these are the connectors that go to the circuit board. And this is a good time to clean the pellet stove out as well. I'm going to take the vacuum and vacuum out the whole inside of it just because I'm back there and the back panel's off it. And then we'll go and put the brand new blower motor in, and hopefully this fixes everything with it. Now here's the new blower motor, and it came with new wiring. This is what I took off from the circuit board. Just connects into the wires off the blower, then connects to the circuit board. These are supposed to come with a new, I guess this is like a gasket that runs around the perimeter. Mine didn't come with one for some reason, but I just reused the one that came off my old one that was broken. It didn't come off very well, so I just cut it off into pieces and glued it back on. It pretty much, as long as it's on there, it should be fine. But I'm going to go and reassemble this and fire up the pellet stove, and hopefully this solves my problem of it not blowing air anymore. So everything's reassembled again, and it is blowing warm air finally. So that was the issue. I had a feeling it was, because that's pretty much the only component that's going to prevent it from blowing out warm air. And the side panel circuit board is back on, and the back panel is put back on. I did this on my own by myself. It kind of would go better with 2 people during some of it, but you can easily do it with 1. It's really cramped back there with the way I had my pellet stove set up. I had that area back there to be behind as far as getting the blower motor out. So it was pretty cramped, but I was able to do it on my own. Like I said before, just make sure you have an extension to reach those bolts on the blower motor to take it off and to put it back in. And the hard part too was putting the blower motor back in, trying to hold it in place and get the screws put on, which is where I said having 2 people would be helpful. But you can do it if you just take your time with it. And also this blower motor is much quieter than the one that came with it. And I've heard that a lot from people that said these aftermarket blowers are tend to be a lot quieter than the ones that come with these pellet stoves in particular. Maybe not all pellet stoves, but these Englander ones. I don't know if they just put really cheap ones in there from the factory, but it is quite a bit more quiet, so that's nice to have that. It's not blowing as loud and making weird noises like my other one was. But I hope you found this video helpful. Throw it a like if you did, and thank you for watching.